Ten. It's going to be a tight race, but he has been that good, and he plays his best against the top competition.
They started out strong, Jess. He's gotten better as the months have gotten longer here this winter. Coming in just over 19 points per game, fourth in the Big Ten. Ball knocked back to Kern. Backdoor cut. Pretty two there for the Nittany. Penn State got it to within two, now down three. Speaking of threes, Tonje misses everything. And now Penn State with a chance to tie if they knock one down from distance. Baldwin against Blackwell. There's a three, and there is it.
Today, you couldn't tell they only have 5 conference wins.
Made it tough on Baldwin there. Skips it across to Dilione. Right back to him.
Run him off that three, make him take tough twos.
Zimbako, tough two.
I got hit on the elbow there.
Dilione. That bank three makes it. He had 7 in his first game against Indiana, and Mbako's three, a little bit short. Hicks clears the board.
Every time Mbako shoots it, I think it's going in. He's got a gorgeous jump shot.
Kern on the skip. Here comes Carter. Dilione got three and has the easy two.
Ballo in the middle of the floor, 2 feet in the paint is impossible to guard, regardless of how tall you are. And I love the quick decision there to punch it.
Dilione around the screen, got an open look, and he hits the two. 69 lead, their largest lead of the night. Does Penn State have an answer?
House is going to small inside. That ball's going to get to number 14.
Done with Ballo on his hip, feeding Dilione for three. Big bucket for Penn State.
Pump fake, drops it off. Frank Mitchell in a crowd of Penn State players tries to put it up. Nittany Lions get it.
I like the good no call there. Mitchell trying to get contact, but none to be had.
So you were saying you disagree with the thousands here in the barn that were booing after that possession?
Well, you know, we're here to call the game,
That's
Lisa.
right, that's right.
We don't have a dog in this race.
Jeffrey Anderson, Tim Comer, and Edwin Young, your officials here today. Feeding Frank Mitchell. Layup's not there. The tip isn't there for Garcia.
Boy, Dilione was trying to score on this and got it done.
Yeah, the
2 to 3 sides, different sides of the floor before looking to attack. That's exactly what Minnesota did.
we mentioned he's going to track assists. 18 to 22 is a sweet spot. That's their 6th assist of the game. That's a much.
Charlotte's do it. Jason Phillips, Vern Harris, and Kevin Brill, the officials. Nice putback by Dilione on the run for 2.
Has been a force. Hasn't blocked many shots, but he's impacted a number.
Final minute here in the first half. Lob back door, and Dilione cruising in by Conan Niederhauser. And a steal. Hicks, the interception. Nice offload. Dilione with the bucket. Beautiful left, and he finishes.
And they're just feeding Morgan, and Morgan taking advantage of the fact, especially now, with the shot blocker Niederhauser on the bench.
And game. Subscribe right now at Big10Plus.com. 72-53, Nittany Lions with 8:30 left. Trying to close it out. It's been the story of the season. The big leads and the just crushing defeats down the stretch. Dilione takes matters into his own hands.
All the students and really a lot of different people all over this building are wearing this afternoon.
Yeah, it's pretty cool what they're doing here. And, you know, this is, again, one of the higher attendant.
Floats it, gives it right back. Kepnong's got a dozen, and Asabor's got 9 assists. Dilione with the answer, and
That's going to be the case. And right now, Penn State not figuring out what Washington is doing defensively.
Baldwin ahead to Dilione. He gets into the bucket. He was fouled. They'll count it.
Zach Hicks has been really quiet, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, he hasn't scored here in the second half.
He needs to be a consistent presence for the Nittany Lions. Oh, Davis almost had a steal.
Baldwin found Dilione cutting. And he...
Nice tie up there by Makai Mason.
Remember, he's playing with 4 fouls. So you like the aggression. Dilione starting to feel it. He's got a dozen.
His timing, his dribble.
Feed it down low. There's 2 different Nittany Lions. Osobor thought he was fouled. Baldwin with his 5th steal. Dilione into the front court. And the foul. Baldwin.
When you get deep, and I get what they're trying to do, but when you got big players in there to try and manufacture buckets.
Sorry. That would have been an all-timer if that had gone down. David tried to draw the foul on the 3 and almost made it. And there.
That is the first triple tonight for the Gophers.
Talked about getting Mike Mitchell going into this offense because it adds another layer to what they like to do. And he gets himself going.
Minnesota up 11.
The dribble drive right there, and he follows the pressure put on this Penn State defense with a trail 3 situation and steps into it.
5 for 5 and a couple of second-half threes. Nice finish for Dilione.
And really well-designed set because you pull the 2 bigs, Wolf and Golden, away from the rim. That frees up everything going toward the basket. Nice job of countering in terms of offensive sequence there by Michigan.
4th assist for Donaldson. We showed him on those auto owners game leaders, 3 steals as well. Really had a well-rounded game. Answering, though, out of the... Plenty of time for Penn State. 12 to shoot. Baldwin swinging it in the corner. Hicks now with 6. Dilione hits the 3.
Thelwell drops it in the well for 3. 13 points for Thelwell. And a bucket and a foul on the other. Rainbow 3 for Drew Thelwell, who's got 16. Thelwell has been really important for Iowa. Timely basket. After timely basket, great outing for Drew Thelwell. Freddie Dilione around and in. Well, and it's also helped that he brought back a core group, whether it's Hicks or Kern, Baldwin. All these guys played a year under Mike Roach here at Penn State. And that makes a big difference. Continuity really hard to find these days in college basketball. Freddie Dilione, the 5th, drops it in. Harding. A little bit long that time, and he does not get the friendly roll. Dilione, the 5th, in traffic.
We've seen him go off. 37 against Alabama, 36 against Notre Dame. He can do it with the best of them.
Been over 11 times this season. Dilione responds with a 3.
Coming off the bench, so these guys are committed to winning.
Ace Bailey 3. Rebound Dilione. And he has found just what he wanted, making the move from Tennessee to Happy Valley, and that is playing time. Been a starter each game.
Freddie Dilione is an underrated athlete, can really shoot the 3.
There he is. In sync with your words.
Yeah, no, Freddie
feeling much better after back-to-back wins. Williams aggressive to the basket, taken away by Bailey. Dilione, pull up 3, nailed it. Elevates for 2.
Jeremiah Williams can get downhill with the best of them. Comes to a jump stop. Good job finishing at the front of the rim.
From down 2 at halftime to leading by 4. That's Rutgers looking for 3 consecutive wins here in the Big Ten.
I thought Dilione might want to take Williams off the bounce.
7 to shoot. Left open that time. Hesitates.
Oh, man.
That's his 4th.
At a steal already for Kohler, sparking Michigan State to the 8-2 lead, and Dilione off. Offensive rebound for Conan Niederhauser. Now Dilione will drive all the way to the rim for 2. This rim, no, but a foul jam from Carson Cooper. Dilione up ahead in the open floor, running to the other end to answer for 2. And back from his absence on Wednesday in the starting lineup for the Nittany Lions, who control the tap here on their home floor. And Mike Rhodes said without Ace Baldwin, you think about it defensively, but offensively as well. One of the best assist men in the country. You have to do it collectively, or the Nittany Lions without Ace Baldwin offensively. Well, Freddie Dilione's the guy to get to the transition bucket for Bartholomew. I mean, you talk about an Ace Baldwin, a guy that's got the ball in his hands most of the game as well. So it's just it's going to be a totally different look offensively for Penn State too without Ace Baldwin. Kachi Enza in there in the post, giving up for Dilione. Mid-range pop. Body hits that seam and lays it in. He's physical, isn't he? Yes. Yeah, he looks like a football player. Him and Bruce Thornton, I'm sure they get confused. Wait, you play for the Oregon football team, Ohio State football team? Nope. I'm a guard on the basketball team. Let's be the next Johnny Lloyd. Here's Kern down the baseline. Tight look. Still alive. Now Bamba clears. And Dilione gets it back on the hit-a-hat. Thought about it, then took it, and made it. Half court before that loose ball rebound got corralled up by a duck, and he got 2 points out of it. I think that's it. We got to beat the zone. That's beat down the floor. Is that what he was thinking? For sure. He did. Shellstad got 2. Biddle closes off Dunn. Oregon in the stands for a long stretch here. Down to 5 in the shot clock. Dilione step back. Drilled the 3. Thought Mike Rhodes might take that timeout. Not wait for the media, but inside 4 now. Next dead ball will take us. And a tight one from Bryce Jordan center. It's raked away by Evans. New life for Penn State. Dilione catches it again.
Boswell into the corner. Riley for 3. In and out. Conan Niederhauser taps it over to Hicks. Dilione lets it fly in his little run. Got a season high 19. How about another one? Almost. Boy, I feel like the roof would have popped off if that one would have dropped. Dilione with enough spin on it to get it to go.
I thought he showed himself very admirably last time out in the Palestra against Ballo. Because, hey, welcome to college basketball. You get to guard a guy that weighs about 265.
And Dilione. Love the effort that Ballo has played with.
Certainly in Rutgers game and here today. He's been active. He's rebounding outside of his area. He's been locked in.
He tried to block that shot, but not to be Freddie Dilione. And there's Ballo on the other end. Good defense, though, by Kern. And that stops the run as Dilione lays it.
Play all year long.
I think on paper, it's probably one of the most talented rosters in the country, right?
Yeah, I put them with Illinois. Both teams have a ton of talent.
What a finish. Nice English there.
Ace Bailey made him work for it.
There's his buddy Galloway. Yeah, Ace Bailey had 39 points in that game, but Leo really the only one that had success guarding. Right to the rim for Freddie Dilione. Galloway calls for a screen. Back to Mbako. And intercepted, Conan Niederhauser.
Great rotation by Penn State. Just on it, that possession defensively.
Kern driving kick. Dilione for 3.
So, percentage-wise, just doing a fantastic job.
And stolen away. Dilione. Huge senior year of high school. He winds up getting a scholarship offer. Now Dilione. The rim.
Getting on the deck.
Had it stolen away. He was trying to sneak a pass through. Dilione! And he's letting them know about it.
For Penn State, Nick Kern has struggled a little bit offensively. Baldwin has struggled. Niederhauser is fighting injuries, so those two guys on the floor, they got to make something happen.
Dunn hit the deck. Dilione with it. And now Dilione with a tough shot. Guys are calling for the basketball and gets the 2. Northwestern back out front. Dilione trying to answer. Dilione through contact.
works his way in to hit it from the baseline.
That's a tough shot on the baseline. Nice little floater.
Dilione beating everybody. And Penn State team 7-0 at home so far this year. Won 10 straight going back to last season. Getting a bit of a test here from Penn. Dilione turns, scores.
Him and Polanowski.
4 turnovers in the last 3.5 minutes here for Penn.
That's please, okay.
Zanoni, 21 points now. 15 to the first half, 6 after the break. And wheeling inside for 2.
Yeah, that's what Spinoza is great at, just quarterbacking this offense, making those decisions in the short roll.
Dilione. Oh my goodness, Penn State is
why we play the games. On paper, a lot of teams sound good, but you got to play the game.
No doubt. Winning on the road, that ultimately will decide just how good this team can be. Dilione to the bucket, and right now it is a layup line.
Get up, get up, get up. Hey, watch this side, watch this side.
Oh, wow, no look for Baldwin. Advantage the other way and gliding to another no look and another easy one from Dilione.
Game, that time able to connect. They read that Niederhauser is going to stay high whenever Dillon has the basketball. They're going to double team that ball action.
There's Baldwin, finds Hicks. He had 3 threes in the first half. Dilione with a step, and he responds with a 2.
Freddie
to Bailey. Boy, that's a tough fadeaway. And a rebound. Niederhauser had it knocked away. Baldwin, Dilione. This is 2. 2 quick buckets for Penn State. And now Williams. Hicks up to Baldwin. Has Johnson. That's Dilione. This would be 3. What a start for Penn State. Lane with a high arcing 2.
That's nice. Jeremiah Williams did that a lot last year. He was a revelation for this program. He can score.
Dilione stays hot. 4 for that'll work.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's got some silky smooth pipes now.
7 points tonight. He hadn't scored in the previous 5 games. Dilione fade away. Having a nice second half.
He missed the shot. He got up off the floor, was able to reach up before anybody could respond.
Bailey with 10 rebounds now. Dilione off the glass and 1.
Penn State, after going the first 3.5 minutes without a basket, a score, and now they force a turnover. Out and running for the jam.
Real. Got to throw that basketball inside.
And Lawyer turns it over. Dilione jumps another one and has his second transit. Into the post, turned over. Lawyer's pass intercepted. Dilione again, out and running.
Opportunities. So much this half we've seen Purdue slow the ball up, set up in the half court. They got to get out and run a little bit to create some scoring opportunities.
Both times they've scored. Out for a 3. Dilione starting to feel it. And right on the attack, using the athleticism, but he missed the layup. Dilione nails the 3.
Just a good, strong physical post up, using his lower body to get space and get position. It's called for the offensive foul.
He has 3 fouls. first and Smith both have 3 fouls for Purdue. And Baldwin with 4 for Penn State. And Dilione steps in, mid-range pop goes.
The best Bulls player thus far will take a seat. The lead is 4. Dilione for 3. Got it all net. Better shot maker Ben Michaels. Lead is 5. Dilione, step back. Ooh, that is silky.
He didn't move, you know, like he's pushing into him, elbows leaning his shoulder on him. He didn't move.
Halkovich trying to encourage his club. Penn State comes out of the locker room 0 for 5 from the field. Hicks trying to be more aggressive. Dilione, book it.
We're going to impose our will on Buffalo.
And Niederhauser has been the dominant figure. He's currently out of the game. Is that going to be the 7th turnover? It won't. Great save from Hicks. 10 on the shot clock. Dilione probing. Ends up back to Dilione with 1 on the shot clock. Got to let it go. Oh! A much quicker lineup for Coach Halkovich. And Niederhauser with about a foot advantage on everyone on the court. And it is another it over. So the turnover bug, it has been a situation. Sable wide open. Normally cannot allow him that look. Dilione 1 on 5. Hicks, Dilione. Probing, laying up.
No whistle. Bodies hit the deck. And Hicks comes up with the board for Penn State. Could that slam lead to some momentum? Hicks thought about it. Cross-court feed. Dilione cashes in. Wiggins says yes, sir.
How about the pocket pass from Jones? That was smooth.
Just a freshman. 4-star point guard, Dilione. And these two teams are trading blows. Free throw shooter. Before that shot, he was 14 for 14 from the free throw line on this floor over the last 2 days. As Penn State looks to make that a 1-possession game. Dilione. Oh my! That was... CBS Sports recognizes Native American Heritage Month, a time to embrace tribal identity and celebrate the history, customs, and legacy of the nation's original citizens. 1-point advantage for Penn State. This is the true freshman, Javin Carter. It's a fellow guard, Freddie Dilione. Carter, Hicks, swings, Dilione. Oh yeah! Big time.
To slow this game down a little bit more. You don't want to get in a foot race with Penn State.
Penn State, you mentioned 17th in tempo, also 21st in the country in fast break points. This team can move and score quickly. Dilione uses the glass. Hicks launches. Not close, but right there, Freddie Dilione. San Francisco following right after this one. It was a slow start for Fordham, but they've made 7 straight from the field in addition to those 2 free throws from Jackie Johnson to cut this deficit to 4. The Tennessee transfer, Freddie Dilione. Nice move and a better finish.
Against the 7-0 of Yannick Niederhauser, but he fed it off to Mulder, and Mulder scores. Dilione! What a play from him. Had a bit of a dry spell. We talked to Kaufman about it, and he said he consistently has his confidence in him. And right there, showing why, Morton Robertson with a triple. It's 88-77. Penn State out front by 11 here in the Bryce Jordan Center after trailing by 6 at half. Baldwin thought about it for a moment. Baldwin to Dilione. Dilione down low. Tip-tap.
Great second half.
Feed around to Dilione. Dilione. It won't go. Battled for it. Niederhauser and Kern both had a hand on it. Goes to Kern for the board. And Penn State will reset things here. And now they'll try to eat things off the clock a little bit. Around 2:30. Dilione! He goes and
take care of Villanova by 10 earlier. Shoot on the kick out, front rim. And the rebound battled for, not won by Yannick Niederhauser, the emerging junior from Switzerland. One of a few transfers coming in for Penn State. Here's Baldwin kicking it back out. Jumper on the second half.
Right, and Coach Rhodes talked to us about this before the game with, in practice, and film sessions, teaching Niederhauser how to play defense without fouling, sometimes just a little over-aggressive.
Jumper knocked down. Dilione.
Easy ones throughout the game. Well, if you've missed a couple easy ones, why not just throw it down?
Dilione, another theft. And he'll throw it down.
Another steal. Baldwin. Dilione got it.
Turn over the defense. It's a tough shot. A lot of people don't like the mid-range. Able to knock it down there.
The deflection, Dilione, and he converts on the 2 on the turnover.
Turned over pass by Dilione, and it's Banks for 3. Missing a bit off the mark. He was looking for a foul on the end of that play. 5 turnovers already tonight for Penn State. That's as many as they had in their opener against Binghamton. Seems like UMBC has stepped in front of as many passes as Penn State has so far tonight. Again, off the glass it goes for Dilione.
high tempo now. Ash, corner 3. Off the back rim. Dilione rebound. They're pushing the tempo. Dilione by himself, right to the rim, takes the contact and puts it in for the layup.
Bearcats are playing a lot faster in the second half.
Quickly the other day, in and out crossover. Dilione on the other side of the rim. Oh, how? Where's the chemistry at early in the season? Dilione, three-pointer, no good. Hicks back to Dilione, right at the rim, and lays it in.